Ready? Hey everybody, welcome to the trivia game that's sweeping the nation, Fun Facts. I'm your host Dan, and our contestant today is going to be...
Izzy.
So I'm going to read out fun fact trivias and try to make them into questions and just see how smart or ignorant Izzy is. Isn't that fun?
Yay.
That's a fun fact. Alright, so let's see. That's a boring fact. Here's a fun fact. In 2001, Belgium was going to replace sugary drinks and soda in school lunches with...
Milk?
Beer. Alexander Graham Bell, the inventor of the telephone, never phoned his wife or mother. Why?
She didn't have one.
Wrong. They were both deaf. You are not doing good. A lion sleeps for how many hours a day?
17.
20. Okay, baby red kangaroos are smaller than which fruit when they are born? A, cherry, B, apples, or C, pumpkins?
Pumpkin.
Pumpkins are not a fruit.
Oh.
Cherries. They're smaller than cherries when they are born.
Red kangaroos.
Red kangaroos are smaller than cherries when they are born.
I don't believe that.
Okay. Every year, the Earth becomes about A, 10 tons, B, 11 tons, or C, 12 tons heavier because of meteorites falling.
10 tons.
12 tons. You have yet to get one right.
I'm really smart, obviously.
Okay, the pound symbol is also known as a...
Euro.
Oh my...
I don't know!
You know this one.
I don't.
You're gonna hate yourself.
But
Octothorpe.
I didn't know that one.
I thought you told me that one.
Probably, and just forgot.
Okay. Alright, that's not a fun fact. Okay, that's not any good. Okay, here we go. I'm going to give you a more or less question.
Okay.
Okay? More or less. The total weight of bacteria living in the human body is more or less than 5 pounds.
More.
Less. 4.4 pounds.
I thought it was going to be like 6. Like, I thought you were...
No, I'm a quiz master. I didn't know, you knew I was a dungeon master, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
You
right.
knew I was a rhyme master.
Yeah.
You knew I was a master, but you didn't know I was a trivia master.
I was a grandmaster at Lucio Ball.
Oh.
The most hated Overwatch game.
Well, that's a good thing you weren't like the Grand Master of the KKK, because that would be like a whole...
Yeah.
Or is that a Grand Wizard? I think that's a Grand Wizard.
I don't know.
Okay, so, if you were able to put what planet in water would that planet float? If you were able to put blank in water, it would float.
What planet?
What planet?
Um...
Huh? Big ball of gas, apparently.
Oh, I'm really bad at Neptune.
That would be Saturn.
I'm really bad at planets. We haven't gone over that yet, so I haven't had any
Really?
reason.
You're not good at planets? Let's
I'm
see
not
how
good
you
at
do
planets.
with animals.
I'm not really good at this game either.
Alright. A, armadillos. B, camels. Or C, giraffes. Which of those animals can't yawn?
Armadillo.
Giraffes.
I was gonna go with giraffes, but then I second questioned myself. I'm a giraffe!
Here's a fun fact. Of all the words in the English language, the word set has the most definitions, over 400. That's an odd one, right? Okay, here's one for you to think about. What is the shortest complete sentence in the English language?
Hello.
Go.
Oh.
Because I guess it has an object. Okay, here's one that I'm just going to read to you,
I can't
okay?
name.
I'm just going to read this one because I found this to be interesting. All the matter that makes up the human race can fit into a sugar cube. This is because atoms are mostly empty space. If you crammed all the atoms in all the human beings together without any wasted space, they wouldn't be any bigger than a sugar cube.
Wow.
Okay? However, that sugar cube would weigh more or less than 2 billion tons.
More.
5 billion tons.
I was like, I was thinking of how many people there were.
That's density.
Like, yeah.
That's density. All right. That's not a fun fact. Okay. Oh, here you go. Transurphobia. Transurphobia is the fear of what?
Transurphobia?
Transurphobia.
I don't know.
They probably don't like barbers. They are afraid of haircuts. Okay. All right. Let's see.
I've actually seen a horror movie that like made me not like barbers.
Really?
Yeah.
The index finger of the Statue of Liberty is more or less than 16 feet long.
Less.
Correct. It is 8 feet long. If you could drive your car straight up, you would arrive in space in just over
Hour.
Hey, look at that. You got 2 in a row. 2 in a row. And I think you just died there, right there.
Yeah, I'm not that great at this game.
No, you're not. But nobody tuned in for that. They just want to hear my facts.
Yeah, exactly. If you tuned in for gameplay, go somewhere else. I mean, not even gonna.
All right, here's one. I don't think you'll get this one, but it'll just be an interesting way. Okay, California, Virginia, Pennsylvania, New York, and Texas are the 5 states with the most reported
thefts?
Hauntings.
Oh.
Hauntings.
I believe that.
So I guess it means those are the 5 states that have the most batshit crazy people.
Yeah, I'm like that makes sense because of that reason. I'm like I could believe.
Let's see, that's not a fun fact. That's not a fun fact. That's a life hack, but it's not really. Oh, Jesus. Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't say that. Women started removing hair from their legs in 400 BCE. They either plucked them with tweezers or what form of hair removal? We're talking about 400 BCE. So
burning.
Very good. Singe them with a flame.
That sounds really painful.
Nah, not really. I've done it. I've tried it before. Okay, what is the longest word that can be made using the letters on only one row? Only one row of a keyboard. And oh my God, as soon as I looked at this keyboard, I could see the word. And
I don't know. I pass.
All right, I'll give you a hint because I want you to kind of look at it for a second.
Okay.
It's the top row. So where you see QWERTY, continue that row. Can you unscramble that into a long word? I'll give you a hint. It does end with ER.
Quarter?
That's a long word. That's a long word, but the correct word is. You're gonna find this hard to believe because it blew my mind.
All right.
As everybody out there holding on to your mind, hold on to your mind right now because the longest word that you can make on a keyboard using only one row is the word typewriter. I know. Whoa.
There was just a silent whoa. By the way.
I know. Whoa. Isn't that weird?
That is crazy, actually.
The moon is moving an inch away from Earth every year. Someday, we won't have blank anymore.
Waves.
Solar eclipses.
Oh.
Okay, here's one. If you take your age and multiply it by 7, then multiply it by 1443, the product repeats your age 3 times.
True or false?
No, it's just a fun fact.
Oh.
And here's a fun fact that really is why men don't like kids. Studies have found that fatherhood suppresses testosterone. Yeah, that means that by having a baby, I'm less of a man. All right. Okay.
You have another section?
Yeah, I have another section.
Oh, wow.
Should we continue?
Yeah. Now, why is it still black? Can we?
I don't know.
We're just gonna.
Whoa.
We're gonna close that up.
Oh, look at this. Now we're. Okay, well, let's do 60. Okay, you're gonna do Paladins. I was gonna say 60 seconds.
Yeah, we only played one round. I'm like.
All right, ready?
Okay.
The U.S. has the most English speakers of any country. A close second is
India.
All right. The brain uses what percentage of the oxygen used by the human body?
11%.
25%. Panama hats are actually made in what country? Ecuador.
I was never going to get that.
No. Here's a fun fact.
Okay.
The way you can tell if you're whispering or not is to put your hand on your throat.
And if you can feel it, then you
are
talking.
And if you can't feel it,
then you're whispering.
All right.
I knew that one. I don't remember where I heard it. But
you heard it from here.
No, okay.
Okay.
I'm like, no, but all right.
In which country did the 2001 census show that 390,000 people listed Jedi as their religious affiliation?
Europe. Wait. Country?
Europe, yeah, because that's a country. The country of Europe.
The city
Is that
of
like
Japan.
The city of Japan.
Where has enough?
Well, almost every country has 390,000 people, except for maybe like Iceland and a bunch of countries you've never heard of. And I don't really know that this is a country either. In fact, it's not a country.
I don't know then.
Britain.
I knew it was somewhere in.
What is Britain then?
A region? Would that be
no, but what constitutes Great Britain?
I don't know.
You don't know what three countries?
I don't know the European or anything that's not America.
All right, well, name one.
They don't teach it.
All right, but name one.
London.
London? Is London a country or a city? London is a city in the country of?
I don't know, man.
We just watched World Cup. The Lionesses are from what country?
I don't know.
Arsenal plays in what country?
Spain. No, that's wrong. I'm really dumb right now.
You really are dumb. You have never ever.
They don't tell you at school because.
Okay, hold on, because I find this to be completely fascinating, and I'm sure our viewer is going to find this fascinating. You've never heard of a place called England?
You already went over England, though.
No, I said Britain.
Oh, I was overlooking England because I thought you had said England.
And what's north of England? Scotland. And what's to the west?
I don't know.
The flag that I fly every time I have a party with the dragon on it.
Oh, Ireland.
Nope.
No.
Ireland is not a part of Great Britain.
No.
I'll give you a hint. It's also, would finish this sentence, humpback.
Wales?
There you go. All right. What animal does not have a stomach? A cow, a turkey, or a platypus?
Platypus.
There you go. Look at that. The average... Okay. The average American produces 7.5 pounds of trash per day, which I find to be hard.
Yeah,
rate.
That's a little.
Unless you include the weight of these videos that we're producing. Barumptus. The average Japanese produces how much trash per day?
2.
Well, I was going to say more or less than 2.
Oh.
2.5.
That was close enough for just a straight up guess.
Are there more people or TVs in America?
TVs.
Very good. Look at you go. It's a ridiculous looking character.
Sky?
Huh?
She's like the Sombra of Paladins.
What makes the word weird weird?
It does not follow with I before E.
There you go. Look at you.
I always forget how to spell words, and I always have to go I before E. And then
the dot over the lowercase I and J is called.
Oh, just tell me. I'm never going to get this one, but I remember it.
It rhymes with a popular fruit candy.
That doesn't help me at all.
What's a popular fruit candy?
I don't know. Starburst?
What's the other one?
Skittles?
Right. What rhymes with Skittles?
Oh, Tittle.
Oh, look at you.
Tittle. Love that fun fact. I always forget about it.
All right, here's one.
Okay.
Here's one. I think you might be able to get this,
Okay.
even with your diminished brain capacity.
Okay.
There are 7 points on the crown of the Statue of Liberty. What do they represent? Well, I'm beginning to wonder if you even went to school.
They didn't teach it either.
Oh, they taught this.
They did?
Yeah,
I'll tell you if they taught it. Cause
they taught geography.
Not really.
Uh-huh.
No, that we really didn't.
All right, well, what do you think it represents then?
I don't know, founding fathers or something?
Do founding fathers fall under the category of geography?
I don't know, but that's what they represent.
Oh, that's what you think?
I don't know.
Well, in the world of geography, they represent 7 continents and 7 seas. I'm pretty sure you learned that.
No, they didn't.
So you've not learned the 7 continents or the 7 seas.
They never talked about that. Like, we talked about it, like, for one day, and then that was it.
So our fun fact trivia game has turned into proving that American education is severely lacking.
Yes. If it's not America...
Okay,
even
America.
then.
Yeah, I know. People pronounce it America because schools didn't teach them about the letter A.
Yeah.
Okay, here's an interesting one, and let's see. I may have told you this before, so let's see if you remember. What is the only country, not city, what is the only country that contains every type of climate in the world?
America.
No.
Where?
New Zealand.
They have cold?
Yes. Apparently.
I just don't... I'm like, they don't have cold.
Let's see. Ancient Egyptians typically used a pearlescent substance to give their lipstick shimmering effects. Where did they get the pearlescent substance?
Bugs.
Fish scales.
Oh.
It's like you're a cheap doomfist with a fancy gun.
It's Sombra.
How is it Sombra?
Because she can go hidden.
Yeah. Let's see, you'll never get that one, so that one's not even worth it. Alright, here's one. What nut is actually a member of the peach family?
Walnut.
Almonds.
Almonds.
All
I don't know
right.
why, but that makes sense.
Say this tongue twister.
6 Sith sheiks, 6 ships seat. Oh, I said that wrong.
It's said to be the toughest tongue twister in the English language. That is 6 sick sheiks, 6 sheeps sick.
Save that one.
Huh?
I want to test people online with that.
All right. I'm saving all of these. Oh, here's a fun fact. Bookkeeper and its derivatives are the only words in the English language with what?
Double, double, double.
3 consecutive double letters. O-O, K-K, E-E. Alright, here's a more or less question. Office desks have more or less than 400 times more bacteria than toilet seats.
More.
Trick question, it's exactly 400. Ooh. Lions sometimes mate up to 40 times a day. No wonder they sleep 20 hours a day. They're getting all that nookie. And this is our last fun fact. And we're going to see if you can answer this.
Okay.
In Greenwich, Connecticut, that's a state in the United States in case they never taught you that. You know, Connecticut.
Yeah.
Any baby born in Monero's Steakhouse gets what?
Free food for life.
There you go. So Monero's, the place to pop out babies. So, what have we learned?
Go to New Zealand if you like lots of climate change.
like climate change. All right.
I don't know.
I think the one thing that I learned is the thing that kind of like wigged me out the most is that the Earth becomes 12 tons heavier because of meteorites landing. Every year, that means 12 tons of meteorites land. I want to find a meteorite. You ever thought about that? Like finding a meteorite?
That's a ton.
That's a ton?
12
Okay.
tons.
Alright. I also think it's really weird that if you were able to put Saturn in water, it would float.
Yeah.
I do find that to be quite interesting.
I have my bomb.
But I guess the most saddest and important thing we learned is that the American education system is failing.
Yeah.
So you don't even know the 7 continents?
Oh.
Can you name the 7 continents?
Okay. Europe.
All right.
Asia.
Alright.
North America.
Alright.
South America.
Okay.
Antarctica.
Uh-huh.
Australia.
Uh-huh.
Oh. Yes.
Wow. I just blanked out myself.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's easy. You're totally missing like a giant one.
I am?
Yeah.
Africa?
There you go.
Oh, yeah, I am.
And I don't know if I can still name the 7 seas. The Pacific, the Atlantic, the Indian, the Arctic, wow, I've got 4. Because it has to be oceans, right? Or seas. Because that's a big difference.
No, it's seas and oceans.
So what would be the other ones then? Arctic, Indian, Atlantic, Pacific, Mediterranean? No, I don't think that counts.
No, that does.
Mediterranean?
Yeah, that's one of them.
What about the Black or the Caspian?
Caspian, I think, is the one that counts.
I don't really know. That's amazing. But see, you know what though? I've got an excuse because the last time I studied those was like, what, 35 years ago? And like back when I was studying things, Pluto was still a planet. And we didn't...
Ha! Quad kill!
And we didn't...
Says
like,
triple, but there was 4 of them.
Pluto was a
There we
planet,
go.
and we didn't discredit American presidents because they owned slaves. And what else was different back then?
Lots.
Lots. It was
Lots.
better. And I say that being a person who never wanted to say, oh, things were better in my days. But in a lot of ways they were. Yeah, you've got the internet, you've got your little video games and cell phones, and people
I like
live
how you're
longer.
saying that, like, oh, and you got this, and you got that. It's like,
You do. I mean, there are things that are better today than before. Acceptance, cultural relations, things like that. But overall, no. It just isn't. It just isn't. Someday I'll regale you with all of the ways, all of the things that I used to do as a kid that are better than video games. And then you'll
go
be
over
like,
some while we're waiting for
you'll be like, damn. Damn.
Right,
Like I stole a tractor once and didn't even get into trouble. That's a lot of guns. And I can't when you all have guns 4 hands, yeah.
I listened to all the Trench today.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Because I got an ad for the Bandito tour, the one we're going to, and I'm like, whoa! We're going to that! Die.
I heard the name of the band came from when they were flying somewhere playing blackjack.
But
I don't know if that was a Brumptus. That's just my personal guess.
No, it was actually off of a poem.
Oh, really? What poem?
I don't remember, but it was off of a poem.
Was it by Walt Whitman?
I don't remember.
Who's my favorite poet?
I don't know who your favorite poet is.
Oh, you don't?
No, I don't.
Oh. Well, it's Robert Frost. The Road Not Taken.
Why?
Because he wrote The Road Not Taken.
That's it?
Yeah. And I liked his overall style. My favorite poet is me. Because I wrote poems. I was that kid. Back before that, we were called as emo. You know what? You know what I was called? Because I used to wear like the flannels and write like very well. I tried to get you to read my poetry,
That's
but
a very uncomfortable way to ride a horse.
Yes, it is. You didn't read my poems, but my poems were all dark. And I tried to get you to read them, but you just went. You're like, yeah, not interested.
At the time.
Yeah.
Oh
At the
God.
time. But you know what I was called? I wasn't called emo. You know what I was called?
What?
Weird.
Now they're the sensitive soft boys.
That's even worse. I'd rather just be called weird. You know what? You know what nickname they used to always try to call me to upset me?
What?
Oh, you can't think of it?
A dork? Nerd?
No. Dorks and nerds really. Dork wasn't really like. That was kind of just a word you threw around at random at people, and nerds were more like just purely book smart. No, that wasn't it. You know what it was?
What?
I'm not even sure, because if I tell you what the kids at school used to call me to try to get under my skin and to hurt my feelings, we might get demonetized.
Was it that bad?
Oh, it was that bad.
was
But
it?
I'm gonna whisper it.
Okay.
They used to call me shrimp.
Oh.
Oh my God, that's what they used to call me. Everybody. Oh yeah. It was brutal. It was so brutal. I used to not really care. And you know what the best part was, though? Was that I was always defended by all the girls. Yeah, because all the girls, they love me. Yeah. Shrimp. That was the big one.
Huh.
Shrimp. Be like, hey, shrimp. Hey, shrimp.
You're like maxing out the thing.
You can't. I am, aren't I? Hey, shrimp. You can't reach the top shelf, can you, shrimp?
It's not even. This is kind of lame.
Yeah, it really is lame, considering, like, I constantly make fun of my size. Like, way funnier than anybody. Like, even today, I couldn't reach something. There was a guy escorting us around this place where they make military hardware. And they literally do, dude. They make parts for, like, fighter jets and stuff. And I couldn't reach this one thing, and I'm like, oh, Smurf it, I'm so small.
Well, I think that's it for today.
Yep. So likes, subscribes,